Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today, following the launch of the iPhone 6s and iPhone 6s Plus on Friday, I wanted to create this video to discuss some of the latest rumors pertaining to the upcoming next generation iPhone. So not the 6s, but rather the iPhone 7. So even though we just received the brand new iPhone 6s and 6s Plus days ago on the 25th, the rumor mill continues to churn. This time we have reports, or at least alleged reports, pertaining to the next generation iPhone for 2016, presumably the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus respectively. Of course, we don't know the naming structure as of yet, and really I wanted to open up this video as more of a form of discussion than anything else. I really want to hear your opinions down below in the comment section, mostly whether you think the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are actually worth it, or whether we should wait for the iPhone 7. Now keep in mind, what I'm going to go over next are merely some rumors and speculation. As of now, nothing is proven and we won't know for sure until next year. Alright, so with that disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this by opening up the Notes app. Now this report does come from 9to5Mac, however it doesn't originate from them. They're pretty reputable when it comes to various rumors and predicting different things that Apple is actually planning on doing. However, these reports come from Weibo, a Chinese microblogging site. Now, they suggest we're going to receive a significant design change with the next generation iPhone. That definitely makes sense, because with this year, we just received an iPhone S update, meaning Apple mostly uses these updates to actually focus on the internals of the device and to kind of just improve it overall and generally speaking. So we have the iPhone 6 Plus right here against the iPhone 6s Plus, and you'll notice we have exactly the same design. So everything's the same as far as the aesthetics are concerned on both of these guys here. The only thing that's really different when you actually look at it is just that S indicator on the back there. But overall, everything else is identical between these two devices except the internals. We do have 3D Touch now, which was a huge upgrade. It might not sound like it, but until you actually use 3D Touch on a device, you don't truly know how big of a deal it actually is. But we're starting to get off topic here. Let's get back to the next generation iPhone. So it also claims that the iPhone 7 will actually be waterproof as well as dust proof. Now this actually leads me to believe that it's going to be more of something like IPX7 water resistant, kind of like the Apple Watch is here. So the Apple Watch isn't fully waterproof, it is IPX7 water resistant. So let's go ahead and open up the Notes app here, and we're actually going to navigate over to this Wikipedia page so we can kind of see exactly what that means in the IP code. So let's go ahead and scroll down here to the code breakdown, and we're going to scroll down even further. So you can see here we have the ratings over on the left hand side. So let's get down until we're at 7. So 7 says that it can handle immersion up to 1 meter, or about 3 feet. And when we look at the left hand side, to be IPX7, you'll notice it states that it has to at least run through the test for 30 minutes at 1 meter. Now I have noticed that the Apple Watch actually far exceeds IPX7 requirements. So meaning the Apple Watch is actually better than IPX7 as far as water resistance is concerned. Apple really underpromised and over-delivered with the Apple Watch. Hopefully they'll do something similar with IPX7, especially in the iPhone 7. Now this is just my speculation as of now, because of course these rumors do suggest it will be fully waterproof and dust proof, but I don't really see that happening whatsoever. We can't expect IPX7 water resistance on the iPhone 7. Now, a separate post actually suggested that we will receive a new casing material. So right now, and actually from the iPhone 6 until now, the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, we've had kind of this all metal design, save these plastic windows up at the top and at the bottom that allow the signals to more easily pass through the otherwise all metal enclosure. So you may be asking, well, why would Apple switch from metal? I mean, metal is an absolutely fantastic material. It looks great, especially since they already bumped up to the 7000 series aluminum from last year's iPhone 6. Well, that's a great question. See, we might actually receive a liquid metal based iPhone 7. Now, these reports have been going on for years that we're going to get a liquid metal iPhone. Now, that doesn't actually mean that the casing is going to be liquid based. That just means that the metal alloy is going to be significantly different than what we see here with aluminum on the iPhone 6s Plus. And the last report for today is that we're going to receive a completely flat LCD panel. Now, we're definitely unclear as to what that means at this point. However, we can ascertain from that we are going to receive a radical design change with the next generation iPhone. That's to be expected though, as I mentioned previously. What I really want to see is the removal of the physical home button on the iPhone. That can be done now, especially with Touch ID and 3D Touch, which is able to accurately determine how much pressure you're actually putting into the display, and not just whether you're pushing into it harder, but rather the level of pressure that you're actually putting into it. So as you can see here, we can actually bring up the multitasking interface simply by pushing and then pushing down even harder. But if we just lightly push on it, then we can switch to our previously used app like so. It's very easy and simple to do, and if you want to enter full multitasking, you just push down a little bit harder. So I definitely think that Apple can merge these two technologies, being the Touch ID sensor down below at the bottom, as well as 3D Touch to fully remove the home button. What we'd really need though for it to actually truly be able to still scan your fingerprint is actually a full sapphire crystal display cover. Now, there were rumors previously that the iPhone 6 would feature a sapphire display cover, sapphire being the second hardest see-through material in the world behind diamond, which is actually used on the regular Apple Watch as well as the Apple Watch Edition to prevent from scratches. So we would need something that clear to actually be able to read the fingerprints on our fingers to actually unlock our devices and therefore use Touch ID. Because the iPhone's home button currently, since the iPhone 5s and up until now, the iPhone 6s has been coated with sapphire crystal or a sapphire crystal lens cover, just like the camera on the back here, to prevent against scratches, and of course for the Touch ID sensor to actually be able to read the fingerprints. So that's what we'll need to actually remove the home button. I definitely think it's coming. Let's hope it does for the iPhone 7. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'm going to have a few things listed there. You can vote on them simply by rating them up, and also let me know what you guys think about the next gen iPhone. Are you going to wait for that, or do you plan on purchasing the 6s or 6s Plus? These are great devices. Don't get me wrong, even though they have the same design, there's so many updates from 3D Touch to actually the camera, the 2 GB of RAM, the added A9 chip, etc. The list just goes on and on. These guys are great. But what about the next gen iPhone? Again, let me know below. And if you guys want to win a brand new iPhone 6s of your own, just be sure to rate this video up and follow the instructions in this video. I will have it linked for you guys in the cards as well as on your screen now in the annotations if you're on the desktop version of YouTube. And if you guys want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos similar to this one covering various things ranging from next generation Apple devices to the next untethered jailbreak, just be sure to follow me on Twitter as well as like me on Facebook. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.